The Psychology of Children and Darkness, Protecting Young Minds from Manipulation. The Dark Psychology. Episode 9. What if the shadows of dark psychology did not only haunt adults, but reached for children? What if predators, manipulators, and abusers have always known one truth, that the younger the mind, the easier it is to shape? This is Positive Vortex, and today we uncover the psychology of children and darkness, how to talk to them about manipulation, how predators operate, and what you can do to protect the light of innocence before it is stolen.
Part 1. Why children are targets.
Psychologists agree children are uniquely vulnerable because their brains are still developing. Their prefrontal cortex, the center of reasoning and risk calculation, is not mature. They rely on trust and authority, believing adults mean well. They crave approval and are eager to please. Richard Campbell in Dark Psychology warns,
"The predator always chooses the vulnerable, and the most malleable of all is the child."
Predators exploit this natural openness. They know how to pose as friends, mentors, or caring figures while weaving traps.
Part 2. The tactics of manipulators.
Dark psychologists targeting children use subtle but consistent methods. 1. Charm and attention. Predators often shower children with attention, gifts, or compliments, making them feel special. 2. Secrecy games. They frame secrecy as a bond. This is our little secret. In reality, it's a method to isolate the child from parental protection. 3. Fake emotions. Tears, sadness, guilt, all are tools to manipulate children into compliance. 4. Fear and intimidation. Once trust is established, fear is used, threats of punishment, shame, or harm to loved ones.
Campbell calls this the grooming ladder, moving from kindness to control, from secrecy to silence.
Part 3. Talking to children about danger.
Parents often fear scaring children, but silence empowers predators. How to begin? Use stories and examples. Children learn through narrative. Explain manipulation as characters, the trickster wolf, the smiling shadow. Name the red flags. Teach them phrases like "no secrets from mom and dad" or "safe touch, unsafe touch." Empower with choice. Let them practice saying no, even to adults. Build muscle memory of refusal. Reassure safety. Children must believe they can always tell you without punishment. One powerful exercise, role-playing. Practice scenarios where strangers or even familiar adults ask them to keep secrets. Teach responses that protect them.
Part 4. When your own child is at risk.
Sometimes, the hardest truth is that danger does not come from outside, but from within trusted circles, family, friends, even teachers. Watch for sudden changes in behavior, withdrawal, silence, sudden aggression. Notice fear of specific people. Look for regressive behaviors, bedwetting, nightmares, loss of confidence. Campbell writes,
Children rarely say, "I am being manipulated." They show it in fear, silence, and change. The parent must learn to see the signs.
Part 5. Children and technology.
In today's world, predators don't just lurk in alleys. They enter through screens. Online grooming often begins with games, chats, or social media. Predators pretend to be peers, sharing interests. They gradually escalate to private messages, secrets, and coercion. Parents must keep lines of communication open. Teach digital literacy early. Not everyone online is who they say they are. Encourage openness about all online interactions.
Part 6. Building inner resilience.
Protection is not only about external rules, it is about strengthening the child's inner self. Self-esteem. A child who values themselves is harder to manipulate. Critical thinking. Encourage questions, even about authority. Body autonomy. Teach that their body belongs to them. No one touches without permission. Safe networks. Help them identify safe adults beyond parents, teachers, relatives, helplines. This is teaching not paranoia, but power.
Part 7. Darkness in children themselves.
A difficult but important question. Can children show early signs of the dark triad? Research suggests that traits like callous, unemotional behavior can appear young. Lack of empathy for animals. Bullying as manipulation. Enjoyment of control. Jungian psychology frames this not as doom, but as the shadow emerging early. With guidance, empathy training, and safe expression of anger, many children can grow beyond it.
The lesson, darkness is not always external. It can grow within, unless guided.
Part 8. The archetypal story.
Every culture has told stories to protect children. Little Red Riding Hood warns of charmers in disguise. Hansel and Gretel warns of strangers bearing gifts. The Pied Piper warns of music that seduces away innocence. These myths are not fairy tales alone. They are psychology encoded for young minds. Use them. Children understand metaphor long before they understand lectures.
Part 9. To parents and educators.
The greatest shield is relationship. Listen without judgment. Validate fears and feelings. Keep communication lines open, always. Campbell concludes,
Predators succeed when the bond between child and protector is weak. Strengthen the bond, and you weaken the predator.
Final reflections.
the psychology of children and darkness is not just about monsters in alleys. It is about shadows in trust, silence, and fear. To protect a child is to light the path before them. To speak of manipulation is not to scare them, but to awaken their inner wisdom. So I ask you, when the shadows approach, will your child know to run, to shout, to tell? Or will silence bind them in fear? The answer lies not in their strength, but in yours, the adult who guides them. If this episode has opened your eyes, share it. Every parent, teacher, and guardian needs this knowledge. Subscribe to Positive Vortex for more journeys into the hidden psychology of power. Comment below, how do you talk to children about danger without fear? Support the channel. Click thanks or join to help spread awareness and protection. This is Positive Vortex, shining light where darkness preys.